Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where we've got a new time trial to take a look at. And we're in a brand new car that's just come into the game, that Honda Civic there, the SIR2 EG. You get all the info right there. We're at Tsukuba, if you haven't already guessed. Comfort medium tyres. I've put the difficulty at medium. You've got to control that wheel spin. However, I feel like gold might be a bit easier than medium, but trying to then improve your time becomes very difficult, so just keep that in mind. I've put the gold estimate at 112.8 as it disappears off the screen, so I feel like it's going to be the limit, to be honest with you, but we will see. If you do enjoy this video, as always, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content, including the patch video that came out this morning if you're watching this on the Thursday, and I'll link it again at the end of this video. But we go into the lap then, heading towards turn number 1, and on the left hand side you have that 50-meter board there. That is your brake marker for turn 1. You can see I've just got onto the brakes right now. I'll come off the throttle, of course, and go onto the brakes. And you want to drop to second gear, but I'd delay going to second. So what I would do is I'd drop to third, stay in it a little bit, and then drop to second. So I'm delaying it, and then I'm into second gear. Now, trail brake all the way into the corner. What is trail braking? It's where I start to turn into the corner while still holding the brake around 50%. Obviously, it can change on the threshold, but you can have it right there. Now, I've highlighted there the end of that wall. That is your accelerating marker. Yes, there's an accelerating marker here at Tsukuba. I'd advise using that. Keep a nice tight line for turn 1 as well. So when you see the end of that, hit the middle of your screen, off you go, and you should be fine. You need to avoid wheel spin on every exit of acceleration, okay? And that is the goal here. So accelerate early, but straighten up as early as you can, which is why we go for the tight lines. Heading towards the hairpin, then it's our usual brake marker here where the curb goes into the circuit, the most protrudes into the circuit right there. You can see where that is on chase cam right here, and we're going to hit the brakes again. We're going to abuse a little bit the track limits on the right side. That's again to avoid wheel spin here. But as we go through here, I'm looking for that blue Tsukuba circuit sign there. That is my accelerating marker. Again, a very tight line here. It's always a tight line in a front-wheel drive car at Tsukuba. Very tight line, but the second I start seeing that billboard, it's the second I start accelerating. And of course, this corner is slightly cambered as well, so it does help you a little bit. Over towards the left-hand side then, and as we approach this fast right-hander, you've got the building on the left that I've highlighted there, or you can use the orange into white barrier as a bit of a marker, a distance marker. But I'm lifting off right here in this car, and what I want to do is lift off and turn in and let the car roll a little bit through the corner. And to do this, I don't really want to drop below 57 miles an hour, so I start accelerating when I do hit that. And then I turn earlier than you expect for this left-hander. If you turn too late, you'll unsteer off. Turn earlier than you think, and you should be fine then for this hairpin right here. So on the right side there, you've got those lights or tannoys, whatever it is. As that pole hits the edge of your screen, that's when you're going to hit the brakes. Okay, now I've actually highlighted this a bit earlier than when I'm going to brake, as you'll see here. So it's as that hits the times, I suspect, on chase cam. As we go into here, hard on the brakes. Again, a nice tight line. I keep it nice and tight. As I start to see the exit open up, that's when I start to accelerate in this situation. Now, in terms of revving this car, you go to 8,500 RPM. You can watch that now on the rev counter. As I get very close to 8,500, I then shift. As we come towards the final corner then, on the right hand side, you've got the billboard. So the very last billboard, as it disappears off your screen, or about to disappear, as I'm showing you here, you're going to hit the brakes, but I want you to stay in 4th gear. You can try and use the pit instead, the pit sign there as a little reference point instead, if you prefer that, because it's in your line of sight. As I come into here then, I'm in 4th gear. I'm delaying dropping to 3rd for a while until this moment here. I don't want to drop below 60 miles an hour, but I do have to be careful on exit. You can invalidate your lap by going too much on the green stuff. So just be careful of that, and that's a 111.229. We jump to the pad lap then, so I'm going to show you this pad lap, and literally these are the first 3 laps I've done on the pad, so a 112.2, a 111.891, and this one right here. So as I go through here, it's the same situation. I'm looking for those accelerating markers, and I'm looking for the brake markers. Brake marker for the next corner. As the curb protrudes in here, I'm going to hit the brakes here, and I'm trying to abuse the circuit a little bit there as well. Second gear, waiting for the blue Tsukuba sign. There it is, start accelerating out of this corner. I do feel the pad can actually turn a little bit better than the wheel. Keep that in mind there. The yellow into the white there is what I'm using as I go through here. 57 miles an hour, I start accelerating as I go into this left-hander, and then we're looking for the big lights here, the very last lights on the right hand side. Hard on the brakes now, in towards second gear then, and a very tight line if we can. Bring the car back. There we go. Turns nicely as we accelerate out the stair. That's my Ghost, and I'm racing, and you can race it as well. Just look for me on the leaderboard. I think I've dropped to P12 now. I definitely have 11.0 in me. It's just very hard to do. In towards the last corner then, billboard on the right side, or the pit sign here. As I go into it, 4th gear, delay the 3rd gear until that moment right there. Look at that, it was a beautiful line through there. Really was nice here on this pad lap as we head towards the line. This is a 111.777, the jackpot. Right, we're going to go into a chase cam lap then. So 50 forward on left hand side, hard on the brakes then as we come into it. Keep a nice tight line. The advanced signs, as they end in the middle of your screen, that is when you start to accelerate. Okay, avoid wheel spin on exit then as we continue towards the next corner. As the curb protrudes in here, we're going to go hard on the brake, straight line braking. Start to release the brake as I come into here. Get it turned as much as you can. Blue Cooper sign. Start accelerating over towards the left hand side. Use the building probably here better on chase cam. Yes, it is. Perfect lift. 57 miles an hour. Start accelerating. You can see kilometers an hour there as well if you don't use miles an hour. I use miles an hour, so that's what I was looking for. Accelerating through this corner then, using the lights on the right hand side. Same brake mark here on chase cam. Hard on the brakes. Keep it nice and tight. As we start to see the exit of the corner, start to accelerate. Remember, 8,500 RPM. You can't see it on here, so aim for 59 to 60 miles an hour. Change that to kilometers an hour as you see fit. And what we're looking at here, 88 miles an hour there, so you can change that as well. Billboard or the pit sign on the right side. Hard, well, not hard on the brakes actually. Trail braking in. Drop third gear later than you expect here. Keep it nice and tight. Start to accelerate early here. And just be careful about the exit. Do lift if you need to lift on the exit there. And that's that 111.2. But on the chase cam. Now, that's it in terms of this time trial guide. A very quick lap, essentially, here at Tsukuba. Just be patient with it. If you are struggling with getting the car turned, hit the brakes, slow the car down, and let the car roll through the corner. Don't try and be too aggressive. If you're too aggressive, you're going to lose on lap time. If you have enjoyed this video, as always, do give it a like and do subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the support. We are on that journey to 50,000 subscribers. GT Amiga, Fanatec, they both help me out massively. Check out the links in the description and use code Tidgney at checkout with GT Amiga for a discount as well, and I get a kickback. Few videos to check out there, including the patch video, but that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.